In this video, I'd like to share with you a demo of my software product called ReportHero. Now, ReportHero is aimed at B2B service businesses, and it's there to give your clients access to a dashboard powered by all of your data. There, they can log in and generate their own reports, maybe over different time periods, and generate charts, dashboards, PDFs, and exports. A great example of this is if, for example, you run a marketing agency and you've probably got a stack of data all over the place about your clients' campaigns and performance. ReportHero would allow you to take all of that data into one place in something that's fully in line with your brand and allow clients to securely log on and review the performance that you're delivering for them. It's especially worth looking at as well if you've got someone in the team that's doing manual reporting and kind of amalgamating data across different systems and spreadsheets, and it's part of their weekly or monthly to-do list. ReportHero can be a huge time saver as well as a value add for your clients. So let's start on the kind of global and super admin only dashboard. So this would be something that only you as owners and admins of the system would have access to and be able to see. Now, I want to make it clear that this is just a demo. Everything you see here is all demo data, all dummy stuff. In this example, we are an SEO agency. So that's the kind of context for some of the data you'll see, but it is all mock data. Also, the colors, the styling, the way we've got these bold colors, we've got it quite blocky on the corners of all the cards. We've used quite a neutral font, but all of this is customizable. It's just for demo purposes. You've got your own branding, colors, fonts, the way you like to do things, I'm sure. That can all be configured into ReportHero. So we've got a global dashboard here. Again, this is just showing some kind of overall data and breakdown of maybe some of who your top clients are in terms of their performance. The key part for this demo here is the companies section. So here we've got a list of your clients and we can manage users for them. There's none here at the moment, but for Atlas Recruitment, we could add in a new user and set them up. They'll get an email welcoming them to your platform, an instance of ReportHero. We can also come in and manage their permissions. So you can set which pages they've got access to. Again, it might be with your instance, you'll have just the one page, or you might have 10 different pages or 3 headline pages and then breakdowns and separate pages from there. For Atlas Recruitment though, they've got their own configured dashboard. And on the left-hand side, all the site administration isn't something that Atlas Recruitment would see. They're just going to have access to the dashboard, acquisition, content, and audits page. As long as they've been given permission to those modules, they won't see the site administration side. But here for their main dashboard, we've got summaries of different data, we've got different charts, we've got information about their funnel, sources, more bar charts, and just a general overview. Now on all the pages, in this example, you can pick different date ranges and we can set things to be like the last calendar month, for example, and recalculate that, or do things for the last quarter. And again, it'll all update. Quite a cool thing you can do as well, or we can implement for you, is an AI summary. So this is a bit of a basic example. You'd probably want the AI data embedded into the actual dashboard and pages, but we can feed in anonymized data and bring out, it might be summaries, it might be recommendations. It can be really configured to what you need it to do. You can also export pages to PDF in a really nicely formatted report and export the data to CSV. And, clients can all do this themselves. It doesn't need you to do it for them. They can configure all the date ranges and export what they need to. And then we've got more pages in this example, breakdown of leads, and then content sections. We've gone with these big, bold colors. This demo is actually recorded on an iPad. On desktop, we'll stack things a little bit differently. And on mobile, it all stacks into nice columns and is absolutely usable there as well. But again, colors, all of these, we've got it all blocky. We've got tables in places. All of this is configured for your data. And when I say data, it might mean a range of sources. The common ones are database. So if you've got a system, we can access the database connection directly. It could also be API connections. So we can actually connect to, for example, your CRM or your order management system or analytics platforms, ad platforms. As long as they've got an API we can access, we can connect to that. You may also want to, if a system doesn't have an API or we don't have database access, you can export data from that system and upload it into ReportHero. So a range of different data sources. Another thing we can do is add in custom forms as well. So for this example, for an SEO agency, they might want to perform a site audit. Here, you can create an audit, we can fill in some information about what we've found, or we can upload some different images, and maybe we can upload this CSV export from some of the crawler sites. We can then, from that information, generate a PDF report that will just take a moment to produce, and we can have a nicely formatted report that we can then send on to the client. So that might be something we use a bit more internally, and maybe we don't give them access to in the dashboard, but this is quite a nice feature to be able to, if you're doing assessments, audits, reports for your clients, this can be quite a powerful tool. A final thing to mention is security. So with every instance of ReportHero, you have the option for two-factor authentication. We recommend that this is forced requirement for all your clients, as well as your administrators. This is just to keep your data and platform access super secure. I want to share with you why ReportHero is different to some of the other software systems and platforms out there. So first and foremost is that all of the configuration is done by us, and it's very, very customizable. And I'll contrast this with a lot of other systems and traditional software products out there where you sign up, you then spend weeks looking at their documentation, speaking with their onboarding team, looking through videos and trying to figure out how to set up their beast of a system with all of your data and in a way that's going to work for clients. It takes a long time to get going, and you'll reach roadblocks where the thing you want to do, or you want it to look a certain way, the platform doesn't let you do. It's quite fixed. Whereas with ReportHero, we assess all your data, we build all the connections, the dashboards, the reports, everything for you. So there's nothing for you to configure, and because we've done all the setup and it's styled and everything's positioned just the way you want to, there's nothing really for you to learn. And I mentioned customization and styling. It really is flexible. We can pick fonts, colors, shadows. We can have menus on the left, on the top. We can have one page with chart data on. We can have 10 different pages. We can give your clients all full access. We can set up different roles and permissions systems. It really is a flexible system. We can have different forms, different PDF reports. I don't want to say anything you like. That's not quite true. There are some limits, but there's a heck of a lot we can customize and do for you. So that's the unique selling point. There are downsides though to ReportHero, because we do all of the customization. When you do want to make changes and tweak things in the future, it relies on working with us to facilitate that. But the idea of ReportHero is that it's a long-term relationship, and it's something that we'd work together closely on to keep evolving and adapting your ReportHero implementation to keep up to date with your data and business. But yeah, that is a downside. You can't go in and tinker with things. It's got to be us that does that. If this has piqued your interest, then please do book a call with me. You'll see a link in the description of this video. It would be great to meet you, find out a bit about your data, and see if ReportHero could be a fit.